Hello, and today we're taking a look at Cosmonious High. This is the latest adventure game from Owlchemy Labs, coming on both the Quest 2 and Steam VR platforms March 31st. So I played through the game now, and I'll be giving you my thoughts on the good, the not so good, and a little summary and rating at the end. There are timestamps in the description below if you want to skip to a certain part, and if you do like the video, then do remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already and you love your Quest, then you might also consider subscribing. So let's check out Cosmonious High. Cosmonious High is the latest game from Owlchemy Labs. They're the same team that brought us the highly acclaimed VR titles like Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator. If you've ever played Job or Vacation Simulator, then you'll be familiar with the type of gameplay that Cosmonious High offers. So in the game, it's your first day at an alien high school and everything seems to be going wrong. The automated AI control system is on the fritz and the school is in chaos. Fortunately, you play a species of alien called a Prismy, and they have a unique ability to adapt to situations. This means you gain specific powers that help you solve whatever predicament you might be in. For example, being trapped in this burning ship forces me to adapt and gives me the ability to shoot water from my hands to put out the fire. As you encounter different challenges, you'll collect a range of different powers that you can select between. The goal then is to complete a series of objectives, often requiring the use of your powers to help the students of Cosmonious High and ultimately restore the school to its former glory. Straight away you're taken into this weird and wacky world that is certainly strange but never confusing. Everything seems to make sense in a kind of odd way, and that speaks to the great job that the devs have done to carefully guide the player into understanding this alien reality.
What? I knew I
Like you, newbie.
Only classroom with no malfunction.
Until now. My father.
One of the first things I noticed about Cosmonious High was the sheer amount of things you get to interact with and do. I found myself opening drawers and cupboards, picking up items, trying them out to see what would happen, and that's one of the best things I found about Cosmonious High. Something it does really well is interactivity. If something looks like you can pick it up and interact with it, then you probably can. There's even these nice little touches, like if I spray water through my ice beam, it will create little ice cubes. And if I turn the ice beam on other students, they'll react to the cold. This attention to detail and scale of interaction really helped engage me and made Cosmonious High come alive. As far as the main bulk of the game is concerned, you have different wings containing classrooms like Audiology, which is music class, or Gymatorium, which is physical education. Within each classroom you'll face a series of challenges, and the first challenge you come across in that classroom will cause you to adapt, which will give you a new power to help you overcome the challenge you're facing. And you can use that new power to help you in other situations too. So for example, I mentioned earlier that I got the power to shoot water out of my hands when the school bus caught on fire. So of course I used that power to put out the fire on the bus, but I also used that same power throughout the game in various different situations. Completing the challenges within the classroom and throughout the school earns me credits, and if I earn enough credits I unlock other parts of the school. Within each classroom there are a bunch of different tasks to complete to earn more credits.
You earned 1 credit. Cosmosophy and Visualetics are open.
Now tasks are usually fairly short and straightforward, but they also tend to be quite varied and interesting. Whether it's making planets in the planetarium or painting on the walls in art class, Cosmonious High is full of surprises and fun things to do. Now beyond the main missions you'll find in class, you'll also find a ton of stuff to do along the way. There's spot fires, loose wires and other broken things to fix using your powers. You can also chat to students to learn a bit more about them and get quests to complete.
Ready to find more stuff? Great! So, I lost my lucky hat. It's pretty special. I had it on the balcony, but got distracted when you crashed into the school.
There's also little puzzles and tasks like this one where I have to use my camera to take a picture of something specific in the school and insert it into the frame to earn a credit.
How contemporary. I simply cannot approve.
You'll also find a lot of these little pedestals around the place, so you have to put something on to earn a credit. Often it'll give you a picture and a few words to try to figure out what you need to put on there. And in addition to all of this, there are plenty of Easter eggs and other things to find and collect, like these bleebs or collectible cards. In terms of length, this game took me about 6 hours to complete the main story. But even then I had about 40 plus credits still to get, as well as plenty of collectible cards, bleebs and missions to complete. So in order to do everything, I'd say you're looking at 2 to 3 times that length, so maybe 12 to 18 hours to complete the game in full. Something that also really helped immerse me into this world was the students and the teachers. Each one has their own unique stories and personalities, and you'll get to see their stories progress through the game alongside the main story arc of trying to repair Cosmonious High and find out what went wrong.
This is Gleg, resident lovable nihilist.
Nihilist, yes. Lovable, no.
And of course, the inscrutable Dr. Ruskety.
Appreciate introductions, friend.
Now there's not a whole lot I have to say in the way of criticism when it comes to this game, but one negative for me was the locomotion. It's teleport only, and there is currently no option for smooth turning. Worse still, when you teleport, you can't orient yourself in the position you want to face using the thumbstick, so this means you'll have to teleport and then awkwardly snap turn into the position you want to face. I found this way of getting around to be clunky, and it was kind of strange because the rest of the game is so polished, except for the locomotion. So let's hope they improve that with a future update. Also, I'm not sure if this would be a game that I would come back to once completed, so for me it doesn't have a huge amount of replayability, but that being said, there are plenty of tasks to do, things to find and items to collect, so it will probably keep you busy for a while. And another point, which isn't really a criticism but more of a disclaimer regarding if this game is going to be for you or not. This game will probably be a big hit with a younger audience, and that's what it's probably mostly aimed at. But that's not to say you won't enjoy it as an adult. I certainly did, but it was a casual experience for me, whereas it probably would have offered more of a challenge to my younger self. There wasn't much that I found to be too difficult here. Puzzles were quite straightforward, and some of the physical challenges like getting balls through hoops were a bit trickier. I probably had most difficulty finding things like bleebs or collectible cards. The fun for me, as an adult, was not in the difficulty of the game, but was instead exploring the school, getting to know the students and staff, having a few laughs, and engaging in the many weird and varied things to do at Cosmonious High, which although that consisted of mostly easy tasks, they were still quite fun to engage with for the most part. Now I say the tasks were fun for the most part because not all of them were, to be fair. For example, some were just way too easy, like this one, where I had to put an object on this little pedestal here to earn a credit, and the object was right next to the pedestal, so really I just had to reach out, grab and put it on there to earn a credit, which wasn't that challenging or fun. Overall, I'll give Cosmonious High 4 stars out of 5. For the right audience, it offers an immersive world filled with fun characters, lots to do, and some engaging storylines that make Cosmonious High really come alive. You're probably not going to find much of a challenge here, especially if you're a bit older, but if you are after a casual VR experience that's fun for all of the family, then this is definitely one to check out. So overall, I thought Cosmonious High was a pretty good game, not only for younger audiences, but adult audiences too, if you're after a casual adventure experience. But enough of what I think, what do you think? Let me know in the comment sections below. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.